when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha, they travelled all the way to Kanchi. Kanchi is a city where great scholars, great Vidwans would gather. This is where they would study. It is like the university of spirituality. The entire city is like that. And when Guru Nanak Dev Ji travelled there with Bhai Mardana Ji, they sat down and they closed their eyes and they went into this ras. Just like Guru Nanak Dev Ji and Bhai Mardana Ji would always do, always living in the divine bliss of Kartar. When they travelled there, they saw a dead dog on the side of the street. Bhai Mardana Ji said that, "Oh Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that this a dog has died here, that this place is bad luck, let's leave from here, it's not a good place." And Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, "Oh Mardanya, why do you have such doubts in your mind? The dog was living, it died in the Pana, the will of my God, of my Kartar. The Tarti was made, the creation is made in the will of my God. So how can it be bad? No, everything is good. Don't fall under these doubts, because my God created everything. Everything goes in according to the will of my God." As they were sitting there, somebody by the name of Gopal Datt, who was a great scholar, known and grown up inside of Kanchi, who studied there. He had many followers. What he would do, whenever somebody would come to Kanchi, he would have this monopoly over all of these scholars. What he would do is, whenever new faqih or new scholar, a new intellect would come, he would sit them down and do Gyan Chatta with them. He would sit down and have a debate with them. And whoever lost in the debate, because he would defeat them, and what he would do is he would strip them of their clothes, make them naked, and dishonor them in the entire city, and make them walk out so they're never able to show their face inside of the city again. He would go, and this just with the same intention he came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha. When he came, he travelled with a whole bunch of his people. He had his cart. He had that full cart of him. And he had all of these great granths and scriptures. And when he came to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the first question he asked is, King Pustang Adyatang, what words, what scriptures have you studied? Kede pustanga na tu adyas kitaya? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when he's looking at them and he hears these words, when he's asking, what have you studied? What books have you studied? And Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, I've studied nothing, I don't know anything. Pyareo bekho, maan hunde hoy ne mana, taan hunde hoy ne tana, while having power, become completely humble. And when that Gopal Datt heard this, he said that, no, you must debate me. If you do not know how to debate, then this city is not for you. You must leave the city, because the city is for intellects. Kanchi is for great scholars. If you do not know anything, then you cannot stay in the city. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji says that, no, I'm not here to debate, but if you really truly want to debate, I will give you someone that you can debate with. I will give you a pandit. And when they say, which pandit will you give us? Guru Nanak Dev Ji points at the dead dog and says, that pandit. And he tells Bhai Mardana Ji, why don't you take Pani, why don't you take my jal, take my amrit, and why don't you go and why don't you splash it on that dog? Wake up the dog, because the dog is not really dead. The dog was just sleeping. The dog is being woken up by Mardana Ji. And at this time, these pandits, Gopal Datt is full of anger. He's saying, how dare you insult me? How dare you call a dog a pandit? A pandit, a Brahman, is a great caste, is the one of the top castes. And he's gloating about all of these great statuses that he has, that we've studied, we do this. How dare you call a dog like this? How dare you insult me? How dare you do this? You must debate me, you must be doing this. He's getting full of anger. And when the dog wakes up, then everyone goes silent. All of his followers, they start feeling this beat. They start feeling this sense of fear. They start realizing that this fakir, that this person that's just walking on the streets, Guru Nanak, this person who's not just a fakir, this person is a Rabbi of thought. He seems like he has the powers of God inside of himself. The dog was brought towards Guru Nanak Dev Ji. The dog came, bowed down in front of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Pacha. And when Gopal Datt was still saying that, how dare you call him this and this, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji says that He is from your own kul. You will debate somebody that is one of you. And he becomes full of more anger. How dare you say that this person is like us? And in this way, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Pyaro, this is why when a pandit is compared to a dog, this is why Nahang Singhs today, they call dogs pandits. They say the pandit is barking outside. Because it is because of this story. But even this Guru Ka Bagh, Gurdwara is still today there in Kanchi. When the dog was sitting there, Guru Nanak Dev Ji said that you must debate this dog. The dog will debate you, but when you ask this dog, the dog will give you these answers itself. So the dog at that time, Pyareo, history writes this, dog says that, oh my son, oh my child, what are you doing? And everyone gets full of fear that the dog spoke. And as they're having this conversation, Pandit Gopal Datt is now talking to the dog and says, oh, dog, who are you? And why did this fakir compare us, great learned scholars, to you? And how did this come to be? Who are you? And why are you related to us? And then, when this dog spoke, he says, oh, Gopal Datt, oh, my grandson, I am nobody other than your grandfather. And how did I come into this state? I was doing the same thing that you used to do. What did I used to do? I used to travel with my small group of scholars, carrying my carts of books, and whatever fakirs, whatever sadhus, intellects would come into the city, I would challenge them and I would defeat them. I would strip their clothes off, dishonor them, and send them out of the city, saying that you are not welcome here. I would be full of myself, pretending, and many people would follow me. I would be full of this ego. But on the inside, I had not earned anything. And at this one time, there was a great saint, a great sadhu who was truly a devotee who came into the city of Kanchi. When I went and I barked in his face like a dog barks in somebody's face, the dog barks, I was barking. And when that sadhu said that, no, I'm not here to debate you. Let me stay and let me focus on my God. Let me stay in the divine love of my God. I kept on bothering him again and again and again, and that sadhu was full of anger, and he said that you broke my concentration. You are not letting me connect to God, therefore I curse you. And when I was cursed, Pyareo, that dog is saying, Bishandat, who is that dog, is saying that I took the form, and I heard from the words of the mouth of that sadhu saying that the job of barking is not the job of a man, especially in intellect. It is the job of a dog. That dog is saying when he died, then he was reincarnated into the form of a dog, and his job was to go and wander around the same streets which he used to walk around with so much pride, and now he's been made humbled. He's been running around like a dog and he's barking in people's faces, but now I see the form of the true Guru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the form of God in this world, coming, sitting in front of you. And now I bow down in front of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and I ask for these blessings. Oh, bless me and liberate me, forgive me and bless me with this naam, so I may truly be able to experience the things that I've been trying to debate and talk about. And here, when Gopal Datt hears this, the dog bows down. Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Bol Sat Kartar. Pyareo, the dog dies at that time, and the Roo, just like our history writes, the Roo, you can visit this Gurdwara today and the same history is going to be written there. The dog soul comes out, and there was standing in the form, just Guru Nanak Dev Ji is trying to show Satguru Mera Marji Wala. Satguru has the ability to create this world and destroy everything. What is bringing one dog and one person to life and killing them again? That is absolutely nothing. Satguru Mera Marji Wala. When Bishandat is standing in front, then Bishandat is liberated. Guru Sahib blesses him, and Gopal Datt, the grandson of Bishandat, falls at the feet of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and says, Oh my Guru, what have I been doing my entire life? I've been living a false life. I've not been truly connecting to the things that I've been saying. So, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, please teach me what I should be doing. Because what I do right now is I read these scriptures and I go debate people. And then what I do is I take statues and then I go and I worship them. Is this how I meet God? Or should I be doing something else? And to answer this, question of Pandit Gopal Datt. Guru Nanak Dev Ji recites Mahalla Pehla, Pad Pustak Sandhya Badang, Sil Pujas Bagla Samadang.